Now then, how about this? A new trial of a 4-day working week will start later this autumn. Sounds good. I like the sound of that. Businesses here in our region are being invited to try the idea.
Campaigners say reducing the time people spend on their jobs improves work-life balance without reducing productivity.
But critics say it's not something which will work for all companies. James Webster's been finding out more.
Switching from 5 days of work a week to just 4 is a massive change, but it is one that's been trialled all over the country. Here in our region, one such business is this case management company, which has offices in Sheffield. They've been working that way for more than 2 years, and they say it's been a positive change.
When we first mentioned it, there were a couple of people who were a little bit cautious. I think understandably everybody's busy and wondering how you're going to fit 5 days of work into 4 days was a little bit daunting. But we did work with them and we said, this is a trial to see if this does work, if it can work. But we would like everybody to take part in the trial at least. And once everybody was on board, we've kind of never looked back, really.
89% of companies that tried the 4-day week stuck with it after a year, and around half decided to make it permanent. Now, the campaigners behind the 4-day week are signing up more businesses for a new, bigger trial this autumn.
People assume that working less means that workers are producing less. We've actually found that that's not the case. In trials, we've seen that workers working a reduced amount of time either maintain or improve upon their output. And one thing we know for sure is that the UK's productivity levels have been slumping for the past decade or two. It's time to try something different, and the 4-day week offers the chance to boost our productivity.
Businesses who sign up reduce staff working hours to 80%, but pay remains at 100%. And the aim is for productivity also to remain the same or even improve. Following the first trial, 39% of employees reported less stress. 54% felt they had better work-life balance, and staff turnover dropped by 57%. All positive changes, but critics question whether the 4-day week is something that would work everywhere.
My big concern is that this hasn't been studied enough along the economy and around the economy. So it works quite well in service sector, so charities, telecoms, not so well in engineering or manufacturing. And I think we need to find a real balance between both of those before we were to roll this out across the economy.
And not all businesses have continued with the 4-day week. Morrison's and Asda dropped the idea, though 4-day week campaigners point out that the supermarkets were compressing rather than reducing the working week for staff. There will now be even greater scrutiny of how this new trial works once more businesses are taking part. James Webster, ITV News.